This is the map of Greece. The 20th century started off with Greece being known as the Kingdom of Greece, and by its name it was obviously a kingdom instead of a republic like it is today. It used to be smaller than it is now, and that's why Greece appears to be decapitated in this picture. In 1912, the Greeks fought against the Ottomans in the First Balkan War and then Second Balkan War. Wait, what? Second Balkan War? I should have said the Second Balkan War. Do I have grammatical issues? But anyways, in the Second Balkan War, the Greeks fought against the Bulgarians and ultimately won.
Oh, I just used the wrong flag.
But after the Second Balkan War, the Greek genocide started. When World War II started, Greece was neutral for like 3 years, and on July 2nd, 1917, it ended its neutrality and made alliance with the Allied powers. Wait, but Greece, you don't have any guns. How are you gonna defend yourself? Guns? Why do we need guns when we can use the weather? What are you talking about? Let me show you. Hey, Greece, where are you going? Don't go there, they're gonna kill you. Are you done reloading that thing? Hold on. Whoa. That's actually kinda cool. I know. And in 1919, the Greeks and the Turks were fighting in the Greco-Turkic War involving the Turkish National Movement, which I mentioned in the Turkey episode, aka in my previous episode, which we can watch. So you can come back here with a bit more context, but not as much as you would if you watched somebody else's history video on Turkey. In 1924, Greece became a republic, and the Greeks and the Turks finally got along with each other in the 30s, like I mentioned previously in my previous episode, that being the Turkey episode, and in 1935, it became a kingdom. That's just, at this point, a hint that Greece just can't make up its mind whether it wants to be a kingdom or a republic. When World War II started, Greece was neutral, but by 1940, the Italians invaded Greece in the Greco-Italian War, and by 1941, the Italians were defeated by the Greeks, and the Italians called the Germans for help. New round, new opponent. But this time, the Greeks were defeated. You guys remember when I used to feature a bunch of countries driving their tanks or just themselves crushing other country balls in some older history videos like the Austria episode or the Hungary episode where my voice used to be this quiet? Just a throwback to my cringier history videos when they used to be poorly edited and my voice was a lot quieter than now. Right now is the map of Hungary, and we're going to be discussing its history from 1900 to 2020. And usually I used to paint them as if a 5-year-old who just learned how to walk like 5 seconds ago painted them out and terribly painted it out. Some Greeks managed to escape from their own country to Turkey, and the Turks, who they got along with back in the 30s, like I mentioned earlier, fed them some food so they don't starve to death, and so that they can peacefully recover from their own people getting massacred in Greece by the Germans while the Germans have control over them. And on October 28th, Alright, we get it, like in the Czechia episode, or the Czech Republic episode, whatever the hell you want to call it, we already know that Roblox's servers suck. Although the last time we had some news that Roblox went down was when Bloxfruits got some massive update and a bunch of people just kept joining it, and it gone down like 12 times, oh my god. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. Back to October 28th. On October 28th, 1944, Greece was finally liberated from Germany. And in 1952, Greece joined NATO, and then in 1967, the Huta military coup was introduced. Yes, it's pronounced Huta, not Junta, like I originally pronounced it before I looked it up on Google Translate.
Huta.
And you know what sucks about the year 1974 for Greece? Greece and Turkey were no longer friends because they were busy arguing over who Cyprus belongs to. He's ours. No, he's ours. Who are you guys and why is this about me? Oh, we're just talking about the fact that you're ours. No, he's ours. And well, their culture is similar to ours more than it is to yours, so f*** you. Greece joined the EU in 1981, and in 1991 it wasn't very happy with North Macedonia's independence. Oh, hey Macedonia, we already have a region with the name Macedonia, and we already had a flag that was similar to the one that you're using back in the ancient era, so if you can change all of that, then that would be great. We're not gonna change anything, bozo. In 2001, Greece replaced the drachmas currency with the euros currency, which before that used to be the oldest consistently used currency in the world. And now the currency at that time, which was placed in the second oldest consistently used currency in the world, is like at #1 place.
You know, it's kind of funny that Stanley Kubrick in 1968 tried to predict that the events of his movie 2001: A Space Odyssey were going to happen in 2001, but guess what instead happened? Just a hint that something terrible was going to happen to Greece in 8 years after the year 2001. We'll talk about that, but anyways, before that, I just want to mention that in 2004, Greece won the Olympics. Okay, now let's get to the Greek financial debt crisis. So, in 2009, Greece borrowed 300 billion euros from Germany, and guess what they did? They spent the money, so now they were going to be in debt for like 9 years, until 2018 when they finally managed to pay back 300 billion euros that they borrowed from Germany that they also spent. And guess what also could have happened? They could have been kicked out if they didn't pay the debt. So first there was a Brexit in 2016 and there could have been a Grexit.
What the hell, Greece? You borrowed the 300 billion euros that you also spent, but only to end up in a 300 billion euro debt. So now you have to find a way to get back the money that you owe us, and if you don't give it back to us, you're gonna be kicked out of the European Union. Got it? Okay, we'll return everything that we spent the money on, just don't kick us out, okay? And finally, Greece helped Turkey with the major earthquake that struck them in February of 2023 that not only struck Turkey but also Syria. Today, Greece is one of the most popular tourist destinations in the world, and as of 2022, its economy ranked the 16th highest in the EU or in Europe, I don't know. I just found a random question on Google talking about that, and now I can't remember if it talked about the EU or in Europe in general, not just the EU. So tell me if it's the EU or Europe, and I promise I'll pin it. It will be very helpful. And it's been said before that you're not allowed to die unless you try out Greek food. I don't know, I never tried out Greek food, unless I did and I just never knew it was actually Greek food. But for the most part, I never tried it out, so I feel like I'm breaking a rule. Oh, and according to geography now, the relationship between Greece and Turkey have somewhat gotten better. It's a love-hate relationship, but for the most part, the relationship between Greece and Turkey now is kind of like the relationship between South Korea and Japan. And Paul Bobs, the host for Geography Now, once said this quote in their Greece episode.
There's an old Greek saying, when God made the world, he took the leftover rocks, threw them behind his shoulder, and that's how Greece was made. I kind of paraphrase that a little bit, don't quote me on it.
Too late, it's a quote now.
Next up is Cyprus, so stay tuned by liking the video so that you can see more of my content while you wait for the next episode, or better, by subscribing. Not only is it a benefit for me, but it is also a benefit for you as a viewer, so you don't miss out on every video that I make. Do widzenia!